In a startling development that underscores the complex and evolving nature of the Ukraine conflict, Ukrainian officials have reported the presence of North Korean troops on the front lines allegedly fighting alongside Russian forces. This claim, if verified, would mark a significant escalation in the internationalization of the war and raise serious questions about the extent of North Korea's involvement in the conflict.
Subscribe and turn on notifications to stay updated.
You can also like this video and share your views below. According to Ukrainian intelligence sources, small units of North Korean soldiers have been observed operating in the Donbas region, particularly in areas where Russian forces have been engaged in intense fighting. These reports suggest that North Korean personnel may be providing technical support, such as operating artillery systems or advising on military tactics, rather than engaging in direct combat. However, the presence of foreign troops from a country as isolated and secretive as North Korea has sparked widespread concern and speculation about the broader implications for the war. The alleged involvement of North Korean troops in Ukraine is not entirely unprecedented. Since the beginning of the conflict, North Korea has been one of the few countries to openly support Russia, providing military equipment such as artillery shells and rockets.
In return, Russia has reportedly offered food aid and other resources to the economically struggling regime in Pyongyang.
However, the deployment of North Korean personnel to the front lines would represent a significant escalation in this partnership and could signal a deepening of military cooperation between the two nations. For Ukraine, the presence of North Korean troops is seen as further evidence of Russia's reliance on external support to sustain its war effort. Ukrainian officials have repeatedly accused Russia of recruiting mercenaries and foreign fighters from countries like Syria, Libya, and now potentially North Korea to bolster its forces. This strategy, they argue, reflects the heavy losses suffered by Russian troops and the challenges Moscow faces in maintaining its military campaign. The international community has reacted with alarm to these reports. The United States and its allies have condemned any potential involvement of North Korean troops in the conflict, warning that such actions would further destabilize the region and violate international norms. The U.S. State Department has called for a thorough investigation into the claims and has urged North Korea to refrain from escalating its involvement in the war. For North Korea, the decision to send troops to Ukraine, if confirmed, would represent a risky and provocative move. The country has long sought to position itself as a global player, and its support for Russia could be seen as an attempt to strengthen its alliance with Moscow while gaining access to valuable resources. However, this strategy also carries significant risks, including the potential for further isolation and sanctions from the international community. The reports of North Korean troops in Ukraine also highlight the increasingly complex and interconnected nature of global conflicts. The war in Ukraine has drawn in a wide range of actors, from Western nations providing military aid to Kyiv, to countries like Iran and North Korea supporting Russia. This dynamic underscores the broader geopolitical tensions at play and the potential for the conflict to escalate into a wider international crisis. In conclusion, the alleged presence of North Korean troops on the front lines in Ukraine represents a troubling development in the ongoing conflict. If verified, it would signal a significant escalation in North Korea's involvement and raise serious questions about the future trajectory of the war. As the situation continues to evolve, the international community will be closely monitoring these developments and assessing their implications for global security and stability.